So here is the question. Why do some ethical breeders seem to show up everywhere online, while others with amazing dogs are almost invisible? It isn't luck. It isn't because they spend more money, and it definitely isn't because they have better puppies. They've built something that I call the visibility ecosystem. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what that is, why it matters, and how every piece of your online presence works together to help qualified puppy buyers find and trust you. Hi, I'm Amy, founder of the Breeder Connection. I'm an ethical French Bulldog breeder, and I've spent nearly 2 decades studying consumer behavior, marketing research, and the way people make decisions. Here at the Breeder Connection, I help ethical breeders build trust, increase visibility, and attract qualified puppy buyers. And visibility matters because even the strongest breeding program can be overlooked when the right families cannot find it. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your website is only one piece of the puzzle, and how Google, AI search, reviews, social media, and educational content all work together to help the right puppy buyers find you. So let's get started. Let's start with the big picture. One of the biggest misconceptions I hear from breeders is, I just need a better website, or I just need to post more on Facebook, or I need to figure out SEO. Those things are all important, but none of them work especially well by themselves. Instead, I want you to think of your online presence like an ecosystem. Every piece supports the other. Your website supports Google, Google supports AI search, Google reviews build trust, helpful content answers buyer questions, Instagram or other social media builds relationships and trust, YouTube demonstrates expertise, and when they're all connected, each one makes the other stronger. So let's start with your website, which is the foundation of this entire ecosystem. Everything begins with this website. Your website isn't just another place people can visit, it's the hub of your online presence. Every social media post, every Google search, every YouTube video, every review should eventually point people back here, because this is where buyers decide, do I trust this breeder? Think about what buyers are looking for. They want to understand your breeding philosophy, your health testing, your parent dogs, how your puppies are raised, what makes your program different. Your website is where those questions get answered. If your website doesn't build trust, the rest of the ecosystem becomes much less effective. The next piece is your Google business profile. Many breeders assume this only matters for local businesses, but I disagree. Even if families travel several hours or even fly to pick up one of your puppies, Google still uses your business profile as an important trust signal. A complete profile helps buyers discover you. It also reinforces that you're a legitimate, established breeding program. You need to keep it updated, you need to add photos, you need to respond to reviews, and complete every section that you can. It's one of the easiest visibility wins available. Now let's talk about one of the strongest trust signals online, Google reviews. Imagine you have 2 breeders. Both have beautiful websites, both do health testing, both have wonderful puppies. One has 45 5-star reviews and the other has none. Which one feels more trustworthy? The one that has 45 reviews. Exactly. Reviews aren't just for rankings, they're social proof. They reduce uncertainty and they tell prospective buyers, other people trusted this breeder and had a great experience, so maybe I can too. And that's incredibly powerful. The next part of the ecosystem is social media, which you might find a really strong presence from some breeders, but you'll quickly learn that that is not the only important thing to focus on. Social media isn't where most people make the final decision, it's where relationships begin. This is where buyers get to know you. They see your dogs, your daily life, your personality, your puppy updates, your wins, your challenges, and social media makes your breeding program feel human. It helps people connect with the person behind the puppies. The next element is helpful content, and this is one of the most overlooked pieces. Every question that buyers ask should become content for your website. And questions like, do you health test? What is OFA? Why do puppies cost what they do? How do you raise your puppies? What should families expect in the first week? When you answer those questions, 3 things happen. First, buyers trust you more. Second, Google understands what your website is about. And third, AI tools like ChatGPT and Google's AI overviews now have high quality information they can reference when answering people's questions. The next element is YouTube. Video, such as that you can host on YouTube, creates trust faster than almost anything else. When someone watches you explain your breeding philosophy or sees how you interact with your dogs or watches you educate buyers, they begin to feel like they already know you. And here's another benefit. YouTube videos continue working long after you publish them. One helpful video today can still be attracting future puppy buyers years from now. So all of these elements that are connecting back to your website help to inform search. Everything we've talked about eventually feeds into this. Google, and increasingly AI search, pulls together information from across the web. It doesn't only look at your website anymore. It considers your website, helpful educational content, reviews, your business profile, videos, authority, trust. And the stronger your ecosystem becomes, the more likely Google and AI are to recognize your breeding program as a credible source. Ultimately, this is all working towards what your goal is, which is qualified puppy buyers. Notice something important. The goal was never more Instagram followers, more website traffic, more YouTube views. Those are nice, but they're not the goal. The goal is this: qualified puppy buyers, people who find you, trust you, and confidently reach out because you've already answered their questions and demonstrated your expertise online. So here's the takeaway. Your website isn't competing with Instagram. Google reviews are not competing with YouTube, and blogs are not competing with Facebook. They're all working together. That's why I call it an ecosystem. Every piece strengthens the others. If you're only focusing on one piece, you're missing the power of how they work together. And the good news is you don't have to build everything overnight. Start with one improvement, then another. Over time, you'll create a visibility system that continues attracting qualified puppy buyers for years to come. If you're wondering how your own breeding program stacks up, that's exactly why I created the Visibility Ecosystem Audit. In this assessment, I'll review your website, Google business profile, content, search visibility, and overall online presence, then give you a personalized roadmap showing what's working, what's missing, and where to focus first. These are things you can do yourself, or we can help you do them. It's up to you. You can find a link in the description below, and if you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you'll like, subscribe, and leave me a comment.